Alright, hello everybody. We are back with another Temtem stream, more 1.6. Alright, so today we are Vental Gaming. Because while there's still so much stuff I want to try, we tried like a whole bunch of goofy stuff the last couple streams. And Vental is something that I haven't even been able to viably play on a team in a long time. Ever. Forever is a long time. So we're gonna give Vental a solid try today. I'm a bit torn on what kind of set I want to run on it for sure, but we're gonna. The big change that Vental got is just getting Phantom Whiplash, which is a priority move, which is kind of exactly what it wanted. And I know for sure its partner is gonna be Grumper, because Grumper can hit all of Vental's weaknesses super effective actually. Because I was thinking about some good partners for it and realized, oh, wait, Grumper. And then also Inductor's not bugged anymore, so that's cool. Probably run Slowdown too, because we got a mental. From here on, though, I had nothing else of the team planned. Today is all about Vental. And then some of you know that about like 5 minutes ago, the results of the patch note, like create your own patch notes competition got released. So it might be fun to kind of go through those on stream. I did already read through them because what happened was the competitors were all given the chance to read through your opponent's patch notes, or like the other people in the competition, and then vote accordingly. And so only people who participated got to vote, and then now they're released. Now that the competition's over. First place was Dino Dude. He's got a really awesome, like... he crafted his just like a Crema patch notes with a whole bunch of introduction to the patch, and then just going into the same sections. I guess I probably shouldn't say exactly because it's supposed to be anonymous, but his name was accidentally left in there, so we'll just pretend. And then second place was Lulu as well, who also had a really solid patch notes. I had them in my top 3 for sure. Not that anyone else's patch notes were bad, I just happened to agree with their points more. But back to team building. I mean, I can pretty much just throw whatever I want on here for now. Because I guess I could just give some other stuff a try. I want to try Ignite Protection Capire, but the trait is bugged right now. The bug fixes did happen like yesterday, and some stuff got fixed, but you know, Ignite Protection was not one of them. Kind of maybe. You know, I used a lot of stuff on the first day. That is kind of like, oh, I've tried everything already. I mean, I could go mix and just try out both. Both Phantom Whiplash and new use, besides like Aohe, which I already tried, and I'm going to play a lot more Aohe than these two. And I feel like Mix needs a certain team comp as well, so it's really tough. I suppose first I should just put another Mental just to pair with Grumper and such. Kip, hello, welcome. Saw some of my past stream today, gotta say I was insane. Hey, you redeemed the Bun Bun theme, so... it was fun. It was last stream was a ton of fun. Although you dipped on the last stream you made it for. You didn't tell me what tem you wanted me to draw when you redeemed the thing. So you gotta let me know, and then I'll have to do that at the end of the stream or something. Maybe we do Pocus, because I almost never play Pocus. Or maybe let's give Barnshee a try. Barnshee also like I never play it, but I honestly think Barnshee's all right. I don't think it's fantastic, but it's a wind that I like. Maybe we can even try Bamboozle on it. I'm not sure yet. Totally forgot your bad. I mean, don't worry. It's your reward I didn't get to do. Slow down time split shenanigans. I'm not exactly sure. I think it would be nice to have slowdown as an option at least. I think we'll try Bamboozle, honestly. We'll just put fake beard on there now because we're gonna need it. Ignite protect sort of works. I if it was functioning at less than capacity consistently, then I'd probably give it a run. But considering the fact that sometimes it can get double the value, it can be really nuts. Okay, so maybe a second Earth and then maybe an Aquastone user is the play. We could even go like an Electric Custodian Zyzer, just to give Vental some more space to work with. Zyzer is another Tem I don't play with often. I'll figure that out later. Problem is it usually likes physical teams. Maybe we can have like a physical core in the back here. Throw in a... I don't need Sentinel on this team. Throw in a Molgu. Maybe like a Toxic or two. Shuni wasn't fully clear on how it's supposed to work. Oh, did you actually get a response in the thread? I guess I wasn't following it. What kind of Toxic do we want to see? Oh, maybe there we go. We'll go Calibus because it also has Aquastone. So that'll be our Aquastone user and our Faraday synergy, so we can do some toxic shenanigans. A little weak to electric. We got 2 electric counters here. The electric custodian should help. He agreed with this. A case where the trade is working as intended, but the burn tick does not visually show during the attack. But it wasn't in his own words, so don't... Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just have to wait on that one, see how it goes. What about a Koish now that it's not bugged? On this team, probably not, just because I don't want to add another electric weakness. I guess like Iridescence doesn't really have a weakness, but I'm definitely going to bring back the Wind Koish team. I was hoping to do it with Ignite Protection, because it's kind of like the same game plan. It's more like a stall sort of idea, but probably not going to be able to do that. But it might be one of the next themes I do. It's to the Taifu Wind Koish combo. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I just picked up a new headset because I was having some nasty technical difficulties yesterday. And so my volumes are all kind of like messed up, and I'm still getting things sorted out. I kind of wish you could sort by type. Look, I want a toxic that's not weak to electric or digital. Maybe a smidge loud. All right, just a little bit. I know Nidrasil's there and Hazrat, and might have to be one of those options. Turbo Nox. Oh, you know what we could do? We could try out Gulder. Where's Gulder at? Is he must be in the for fun, and that's why I'm not acknowledging it. I don't see the purple blob. I don't even know what number it is in the deck. So I just 108. Okay, because Infectious is new here too. I'm starting to lean towards Pocus over Barnshee at this point, because I'm playing a slower team. It seems. I'm probably gonna go with the bulky Arcane Wrap Vental then, with Strangle Time Split. So I won't have Beta Burst, which kind of sucks. But I can hit everything neutrally normally, and like Time Split and Phantom Whiplash should hopefully be enough. And then, like I said, I'll bring in Pocus now. Sambi would probably be better, but I just don't ever use Barnshee or Pocus, so we'll give some of them a little bit of focus today. Focus on the Pocus. If I had more sleep, I'd probably give Dreaded Alarm a try, even though it's just so bad. Beef up. Give it some potential to buff the physical attackers. Who knows? Doesn't have a lot of great moves. I mean, I could obviously there's slow down, maybe even denigrate. Good team for Faraday Synergy. Cough cough Digiquash. That's so generic. You're not wrong. Someone, hello, welcome. 2 hours funny with Rested Zyzer. It's Electric Custodian just because we got 4 electric weeks on the team. Because I want Vental to shine on this team. That's the goal here, is for Vental to really do something. Maybe for the last slot we have another electric, maybe a Sparks user. We got like Amphitheater. Amphitheater, Gazuma. Probably Amphitheater. We'll go Settling just because I like that trait more personally. As the person did get a nasty stam nerf, so it'll be harder to pull off. Heard Koish has Zen Med. I'll get to Koish at some point. It's just Vental is the star today, and I don't want Koish to steal it because Koish is just generally strong. Let's go Bright Beam. I could go like Intimidation, but Bright Beam's a little more consistent. We go Adrenaline Shot on the Vental. Reactive Vial on the Molgu. So oh wait, maybe I do go Dreaded Alarm Pocus because I just remembered it's Infectious Goulder. So I don't get Inductor, I don't get Relaxed, I don't get Rejuvenate. Oh, that's so interesting. That's so not great. I don't get the heal from Reactive Vial when it's paired with Molgu. Oh man, it's a lot of minor healing effects, but everything counts. Amp healing, like I said, I'm going Settling, so it's not big on Amphitheater, but I can't run like Diabolo or Nutbar. That's okay. We're gonna go with it still. Just go Camo, Iron Coating. I guess like double screen, just less damage. Make sure you're Mucus. I think they're all the right traits now. We'll go Rejuvenate anyways, just for when Goulder's not on the board. Is a slowdown into Horror Vental? No. Like, in the old days, that's what you'd have to do, but it's got Phantom Whiplash now, and I want to see how it performs. Item for Goulder. I don't think Code is bad. I don't think it's bad. Maybe Marbles? It might be Marbles. We'll give Amphitheater Sweatband, even with the Stam nerf on Tesla Prison because of the Stam bug. It'll never run out of Stam, so we're good there. I don't know what to have on Pocus though. Pocus is kind of weird. Like normally you have like a healing or Stam item on it, but those really aren't available. Could have. What would I even want? Snare. I'll throw a redirection device. Perfect. All right, we're gonna throw heavy armor on the Calibus, and then we're gonna get double screen on the Pocus. Hello, Lord Weaver. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And then we'll get moves. Zyzer. Doesn't really have a good fourth move. Never really has. Petrify is okay. We'll probably go with that. Just in case it gets ignored. Faraday Cage. turbo attack. And then we'll go normal cage. So normally what I like to do is go Sentinel and then Adrenaline Shot with Rush on my Rolgu, and now my Molgu, and now that Rush is 0 hold again, I can get away with it a bit more. But I have the Adrenaline Shot on my Vental right now, so I'd probably not going to be this game, but in the future it'll be worth keeping in mind. We can go another Strangle. I don't have like any crystals. No crystals at all. So there's no point in having H-Slap really. Laundry. I've got 2 electrics, so might as well run Laundry. Never know when I'll need to wipe stats. Blood wouldn't be bad either. We'll go, but I'm too slow. I'm way too slow to make use of Flood. I can at least get some value potentially against like stall teams with this. We'll go beef up and probably just pollution. I know Gulder got slime, and that's alright. It kind of fits its game plan, but I don't have a lot of use for it on this team. A single stage of speed drop, it just isn't going to give me anything to work with. Pocus moveset's already good. Amphitheater good. Alright. Now, I don't know what the optimal Vental set is. Let me calc stamina right now. Because of the stam bug, you can get away with super low stam investments. Yeah, it's kind of absurd. Because this, just investing 3 TVs to get 62 stam, I can use 3 unseen blows, which normally would be more. I think it's about that, yeah. Now, we're actually not going to invest any speed. Because Vental's already at the break point where at +2 it'll outspeed Nesla and Chromion, which is important. And it gets speed with Time Split, and then Phantom Whiplash has Prio, so I don't think we need any more than that. Special attack, probably just going to invest about 350. Gonna go max HP. And then whatever's left in defense. Okay. Okay. Darn, no point for the extra damage and strangle. So that's going to be our spread. I don't know if it's optimal or not, but it'll be something to try. Grumper. I'm not going to go max speed, just because it is, like I said, a bit of a slower team. But I do want enough speed to outspeed Golzies with Sludge Gift, which is still important. Because of the rotation, I just calced with Vental. I know that Dust Vortex has only 2 more stamina in the rotation, so I'm perfectly fine to just go with this and it'll be good. I think we're playing a bit more bulk than damage this game, so I'm going to take the max HP and then fill special attack. Outspeed a -2 Oshiara. After time split, yeah, I suppose. I mean, that's definitely a breakpoint I could hit, but Amphitheater is going to be base speed, and it'll be the fastest thing on my team as is, so we're just going to leave it as is. I really want to get a Piercing Whale into an Aquastone at some point with this team. That'll be fun. Max Oshiara -2 is 220, right? And so that would be an extra 100 invest on Grumper. Not sure people run max. People used to run just enough to get over Hedgen, but now it's not necessary. I'm not going to invest any stam here. Look at my spread. My spread is amazing. There we go. This is his eyes are spread. I definitely have to invest some amount of stam on Mogu because I don't have adrenaline shot. I can't just invest up to 61. But I do have splitter, so I might be able to get some stamina with cage that way. So if I would just reach 66, I can have, with the stam bug, I can reach a Faraday cage, turbo, normal cage rotation. Now I'm going to actually invest one more stam in there, so I'm able to either double Faraday cage or include Cybercloud in the rotation. Ivy, hello, welcome. Finally catching a stream from EU. Oh, I'm glad you're here. It's got to be real late there. I'm going to try and get some more EU-friendly streams on the weekends, but I've just been busy the last couple, so ended up not being able to. But I really appreciate you showing up. You really appreciate the content as a semi-new player. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've tried to have a whole bunch of resources out. Glad I'm able to make some good content for you guys. I know everyone also looks forward to like the tier lists and stuff. I'm planning on making a tier list. I don't know. It might be a bit hard to make a tier list just because the stam bug is kind of making some Tems stronger than they probably should be, and others not as strong. Because I know that it is Mashuk, no matter what, cannot reach a wastewater plus heli kick rotation without exhaust or marbles because it actually recovers too much stamina, even when its SV for stamina is scuffed to 1. Actually, we're gonna go. All right, we're gonna have some attack in this Calibus. So it'll be a bit squishier, but I want to see this Toxic Ink do damage. In-depth guide 3 when. Those take a bit more time to make. I was debating on making one towards the end of last patch, but I figured I would let the patch come out so that it doesn't immediately get outdated. So I'm going to prioritize the tier list and then making a couple meta teams, but then I'll probably work on the in-depth guide. So as I'm sad to say, it'll probably be about a month before I get one out. Goulder gets a lot of value from HP. We'll do like another 100 in its defenses, nothing crazy. I think I'm gonna go 81 stam on the Goulder just because it can very easily sit on the board forever because everyone ignores it. And then we'll throw a little bit of attack in it just so it's not completely a dead slot. Where's the Magmut at? I'm gonna be honest. I forgot Magmut got a new move. Yeah, that one. I'll play Magmut at some point when I remember. I know I haven't covered it yet, and I like to always have content for a lot of the new stuff. We're giving Phantom Whiplash Vental a try today. I'm not against using Magmut. I know it was bugged the last couple days where its trait wouldn't work on spread moves, so it was kind of good I avoided it then, but I have no excuses now. Gonna go like, sure, 71 stamina works. I think the hardest thing with Magmut is it's 4 holds. It's practically got to be on a stall team, but maybe I can include that on the Windquaish Taifu team. Maybe that'll be what I do tomorrow. I'll just include it on there. That could definitely work. Magmut's new move looks bad. That's kind of why I immediately forgot. Like, it's interesting. Don't get me wrong. It's like from a design perspective, it is so cool. but functionally in a competitive setting, it's just it misses. Like there's no chance to miss in Temtem, unlike Pokemon, but Trample has a 100% miss chance. What would a set look like? Hold on, let me ping everyone, and then I'll throw some ideas out there. Okay, apologize for anyone who got pinged again, but just like to let everyone know. Maybe now that we're using Zyzar, we'll actually get lucky and find one in Side Park. Be nice if it changed damage type based on its higher attacking stat, or if it just changed the damage type that it deals, like or like which defense it hits on your opponent. Because if it's kind of like Psyshock, like Pokemon, always a special move, but hits your physical defense with synergy or something. That'd be cool. As far as what a set would look like, you'd have to have like a cheap special attack option. I think you have to run Black and Charcoal Wall, just because those are your two best buffing moves, and it's what keeps Magmar alive. With Reactive Vial, probably, just because it's littered with weaknesses. So you're pretty much just running a stall set, just with Trample on it as one of your offensive options. You probably drop Show Off, and then you have some sort of offensive move. You probably have 0 offensive invest. So you probably have Warm Cuddle and Trample. And then you just play to get one of the opponents low enough with Warm Cuddle here and there, so that by the time that Trample comes off hold, you get the move off. And then since you have 0 attack or 0 offensive invest, getting both the attack and special attack helps. It'll either help your next Trample with the special attack or your Worm Cuddles with the physical attack. Now, that still sounds awful. Like a +3 no invest Worm Cuddle from Magmut probably does like 20% to your average Tem. Maybe 25. It's not a whole lot. If you invest offensively, I just find it very hard to survive. First of all, 4 turns to get the hold off, a 5th turn to use the move, and then a 6th turn to get value from the bonus attack it gives. And even then, it's going to be real tough. Do I not have a perfect Calibus? I should have a Luma Calibus. I must have just forgot to turn that one on. Someone remind me to after this game. Billy, hello, welcome. And yes, good luck, have fun to you as well. Tortonite kind of ruins my team. I don't have a whole lot to hit crystals. I got my 2 earths and that's it. I don't have any melees, I don't have any fires, and I've got a lot of things that it counters. So we're going to have to watch out for crystals with this team. Offensively, it's not the worst thing in the world. Or sorry, defensive, like I don't have to worry about taking crystal. I am weak to 3, but it's not the worst thing ever. But offensively, I just can't. He's being nice and leaving the Vental open. I don't know if this is going to be the play for it. I'd have to threaten out both. I think I'd have to threaten out too many things. He only has the 1 wind and 2 wire, so I think that Calibus is a safe enough pick here. Standby is perfect time to run Pahara without having to invest 400 stand for a 3-turn rotation. Funny thing is, I know you're not joking. I know how bad it is. All right, so this is interesting because Wolfie can't apply statuses to me because I'm splitter, so he cannot push off the neutralize. So I can just take advantage of him with that completely. I'm gonna ban the Zalbian because it's one of the things that can deal with Vental, and also it could have Turbine, which is probably one of the best things he's got against like my double toxics. Manic, hello, welcome. It's just like I'm not interested in using focus. Just not. There's like no healing here either, so we don't need Gulder. Tazarov in shambles. If I'll take charge, Zalbian's cool. If I ever got around to that lifesteal team, it would definitely be fun to run. Yeah, we're just gonna try the Gulder. Azraf comes up with some fun stuff, but I think he's pretty down on the game. Just fair enough. I know some people are real disappointed. If anyone isn't aware, there is a Q&A session, like that Krema's doing right now on the main, like on the official Temtem Discord. It's a thread and spoiler chat. Somebody can probably get you a link to it if you're interested. But Krema says they'll answer like one question from each player. I think a limit of one question. And but only if they're like nice. So if you just want to be like, "Why does the game suck?" then they're not going to answer that. But they're trying to give us some answers to stuff, which is kind of cool. My question was already asked, which was, is there potential for more merch, effectively? So that'll be the biggest thing I'm interested in right now. Probably should have done that on the Wolfie, but I really wanted some damage on 2-wire. All 6 of us, that's a lot. It's definitely not a whole lot of questions. I was kind of hoping there would be a lot more. But we take what we can get. Alright, Vental comes in. Use Faraday Cage to punish a potential swap. Like Cube, hello, welcome. Nice Vental Gaming, still dreaming it awful song so you can play Vental Mimit strat. Dust Vortex on the Molgu. He really doesn't like my Molgu. It doesn't. It's like it's kind of useless against Ragnet and Yukama, so I'm a bit surprised. Oh wait, I should have. I didn't get synergy because I swapped out. Duh. We're gonna swap in Zyzair for the Electric Custodian. Let me ask a question for you, or got nothing asked. Honestly, I can't think of a question myself, so I appreciate it, but I'm all right. Posture check. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. My posture is just awful so many times. It's a little bit questionable on if an unseen kills. I believe it does. I could go the Whiplash too. I just gotta hope that the Ragnet doesn't have charged iron filings. I mean, I could take a hit regardless. It would be a problem is if it's like a turbo. If it survives, uses turbo attack. We'll just piercing wheel and we'll have it towards the 2-wire. Oh, but he swapped. Okay. Maybe he was expecting Ragnet to die and he would get like a free swap. That'd be a fair guess. So much damage. I don't even have rested. I can just Phantom Whiplash and then do Stoneball on the trapped Ragnet. Oh, max speed Ukama. Oh, maybe not, because I only reached 270 something. Wait, yeah, so that's just because I'm a very slow Ukama, and that is like still a relatively fast. I'm a slow Vental. It's a relatively fast Ukama. That does hurt, though. I wish I would have killed Ragnet last turn, then Vental wouldn't be in any danger. And it's not that I didn't have kill potential on it either. I definitely did. I'm really surprised by the Ukama swap. The fact that me playing it safe, thinking that if I double into the... if I double into the slot, that it would actually be better. Is actually what did me in there. That's kind of crazy. Plague on the Ghoulder, interesting. Maybe predicting a swap? I'm not afraid of a Turbine. Dang, that Ragnet has more speed than my Vental too. Maybe 0 speed isn't the play. I might need to invest some speed in it. I'm just going to forfeit now because I got 2 Toxics against an Acronox. It really ain't worth it. Yeah, not killing the Ragnet there is what screwed me. Because otherwise, if I killed the Ragnet, Vental would have been full health and I wouldn't have had anything to worry about. Crazy, hello, welcome. That was winnable? Oh, it was. I think it was definitely winnable if I just didn't attack the... If I didn't double in. GG. GG, that Ukama swap caught me off guard. Tried to play it safe and it ruined me. Got multiple Toxics, so Bobo isn't much of an issue. Volrend isn't great for me. But he's got, once again, another Tortonite. Even 2 crystals, which hurts. It's probably the Ghoulder Molgu lead. You want some sort of speed? Yeah, I definitely see that. Probably end up changing that around. Please, no bugs. I didn't even catch their name. That's funny. Meant it was winnable from the spot. I conceded. Like, it wasn't great, but had chances for sure. He would have just chipped down my Calibus, and I don't have like harmful on the Ghoulder, so I just couldn't break through his Acronox. Not a chance. Alright, with his 2 Delugers gone, Mentals are less of a threat. Don't run harmful. Not on this set, not right now. I mean, I hardly ever play Ghoulder. I'm just trying it out because it got the trait rework and I needed an extra toxic. It's a bit sus. I mean, I'm using a lot of Tems I haven't played in a long time, so I'll probably swap some stuff around as the night goes. We'll see how many times I run into situations where I'm like, dang, I wish I had like... But if I'm perma-banning Toxics anyways, or crystals, that's one less thing to hit me. Or for me to actually bother hitting with licks, earth types can get poisoned, so it's the only thing I'd really want to hit is opposing toxics. So do you run a move that is only useful against a singular type in the game on a board where you don't even want Guldur on? Or do you run some other support moves that might get a little bit more value? I don't remember what moves I have on it. I think it's like Toxic Ink, Pollution, Bamboozle, and Beef Up, which I probably could swap out. Alright, so turn one is just going to be a double in on my Mulgu, surely. I do have Reactive Vial, so I'm not too afraid. Ashwin's Horn Toxic Slime won't do a whole lot. I guess Babwa probably swaps just because it doesn't want to take the Toxic hit. Bait on the Ragnet, so I can't actually poison it, which is sad. At this moment, I wish I had... There's the Volarend. I could have bamboozled. No, he used Perfect Jab instead. Smart. At this moment, I was gonna say I wish I had Mom's lunch on my Guldur instead of marbles. Now, Grumper's a pretty free swap here. I was thinking Pollution could be strong. Definitely can be strong. I'm gonna swap in Pocus in the other slot. I'd like Guldur alive for some of the things in the back. Pocus can take a hit and heal back a little too. Problem with a lot of crystals and earths like to run bait. In a situation where you'd already have ticks on them, you prefer to click Harmful Lick. Say it's pretty essential, but experimenting with new options is always nice. Yeah, Stamina and Spread Toxic is nice, but also it kind of works against you a little bit. We'll go Double Sleep. Give it a try. Could be a Paizo coming out from the Ragnet, but Grumper's still not afraid, even -2 defense. If Sammy swaps in, I'm still doing alright. Yeah, there's the Paizo. Diabolo Volarend. I didn't even pay attention to that, that's funny. Dang, he's got Speed Invest on the Volarend too, even though it's an anaerobic one. That's so sad. So my Pocus is like 204 speed and Grumper's 200 speed. So this Volarend is exactly 201, 202, or 203 speed. Oh, I didn't. That was the Diabolo turn already? I was not counting turns. I am misplaying left and right. This is alright though, because I can strangle the Ragnet, make it useless next turn, or whatever swaps in, and then I can put the Volarend to sleep for sure this time because I had it slowed down from last turn. Or it's just Sambi. It's just also whatever. Not getting any slowdown value, but I'm at least getting speed control value. Cage on the Sandbee, that one hurts. Grumper was really valuable against a lot of stuff. Transient to make sure it gets an attack off. Dozing hit into an asleep immunity. The only time you'll ever see that. I'm -2 defense too, so I just die. Ah, that's so bad. The perfect jab actually came in handy for him. He's playing really, really well. There's just like no room for me to do anything. Now I get to take a little bit of a gamble. Does the Ragnit swap or does it stay in? You might even just have Turbine and then use that on the Grumper, because it will die at it like anything. It's just a really fast Ragnit. Oh, I thought there was a world where I lived on Grumper. I guess I'm -2 defense. Why? What's with? How am I seeing multiple fast Ragnits? Ragnit didn't even get a buff, so it's very strange to see. But I mean, he got me here. The cage completely flipped the game because he got to take out Grumper pretty much for free and get a ton of damage on Vental as well. GG. You can't run Ragnit slow. Well, I mean, if you're not running Digis, then you're stuck with a slow Electro Punch. So speed does nothing for you offensively. So maybe these people are on like Slingshot Sparkling Bullet, and that's why. Because they're like, oh, I have a turn 1 option that's not super slow, and I can run speed. But then you don't have Taser, which is your really good utility option on a support like Ragnit. That guy might not have even had a turn 1 electric move because he just clicked Perfect Jab on me twice and then into Paizo. Ah, Kunders. Good luck, have fun. Kinetic Ragnit was your MVP on Degen Digi. Kinetic Ragnit? That's interesting. I'm gonna fake I have Electric Custodian. I'm just sad I haven't really got to pull anything off yet with Vental. Maybe I should just try it Spiritual. It's just this team was slower paced, so I thought it would be better. It probably doesn't even... No, it's... Getting holds off with Spiritual is about as hard as it is to get holds off for Ninja on Venmet. Which is not easy. Also, it's a third Ragnit! Everybody's on Ragnit. Kinetic's crazy. Infinite stam hacks. We already have that. Really impressed by it when you're playing against it. Maybe less with this bug. It was super dumb. Tried to island it and then just never ran out of gas. Interesting. In the Ragnit now because I'm going to have to sack Grumper at some point that I don't want to. Favorites clicking Paizo and ending with more stam than you started with before regen. Yeah, Paizo's high stam cost. You maybe get some more use out of Vental this game. Gonna try and target down the mix turn 1. A swap to Gulder and then Faraday Cage the mix. Get some holds off of Gulder. Potentially get like pollution to finish off the mix at low health. Might be my best gamble here. Don't have a whole lot against Raiken. My type chart on this team is just awful. It's really terrible. Grumper indeed. Grumper, I normally run Electric Storm on my Grumper, but I'm not this time. He's probably also trying Phantom Whiplash out. I wonder if he'll be trying something crazy and have like Rejuve on it. Check the team for 1.6. Yeah, I mean, Digi's not getting a nerf. Like, I get besides Hedgen. Hedgen's in pain. I can still live the Nox Bomb here, but I'm not going to live with much at all. I didn't? I guess, well, the Psypat stab is being back. I really thought I lived that. I just can't play at all today. I might just lose. That was insane. Most times I smack a Molgu. Like I'm a max HP Molgu. It just doesn't matter. He just kind of ruins me everything I want to do. I don't stand any chance here. There's no reason for him not to just like Nox Bomb plus Crystal Spikes that slot for the entire game. Only 500 HP on Mogu. Do people actually normally run more? I always thought it was just 500 HP, but I guess I do take a ton of damage, way more than I'd ever expect. Oh, that was just crazy. I was so confident I lived. But I mean, like, this team is just way too weak to Crystal. Yeah. It doesn't really matter what I click there. He probably just uses Phantom Whiplash to finish off my... You know, it's nice. It's not faster, but... I lost turn 1 as soon as Mogu died, because I couldn't kill Mix then. If I was able to get that off, I could have stood a chance, because I could have pollutioned here. And that should put Mix in range to die, if not just straight up kill it. But I didn't get that. That Psypat KOing is absolutely nuts. GG. 500 HP. Molgu's definitely on the squishier side. Surprised that died. I don't know. I feel like Molgu is just literally ignorable if it doesn't have offense. If you don't have a melee or a mental on your team, then Molgu is just like, what are you even doing here? If you don't have attack invest, because you could just run a neutral and hit harder than it. Yeah, GG's Kunders. Was not expecting that Psypat damage. Getting it stabbed back was apparently the best thing that could have happened to it. It's still fine with 4 electrics, but yeah, Plasma Beam Prio is still correct. Oh, your Digi team. Yeah, no, like, Hedgen does not have prio on Digimoves like at all anymore without synergy. Just the same as it was before. Huh. I guess I just didn't play enough Mulgu last patch to tell. It felt like it did a ton of damage. I was not expecting to die to that double hit. Every time I use Psypat, like Schween's Horn on a Mulgu, I maybe do like 60%. $500 special attack, 500 attack copium you had paid off. Yeah, the game probably would have been over if I got to survive. This team is not performing well. I probably got to use like a fire or something. Something else to deal with crystals because being weak to multiple types severely just is awful. Mix is an actual Tem again. Yeah, Mix I haven't tried out yet. I'm trying to get some Vental use and it's not working out. I mean, my spread's not great, but like I could take out the defense. I could even just take out some HP. Put a little bit in speed so I'm not 0 speed. Try that, but I still deal like no damage. Send Mixing to get Puppet, refresh, send the Phantom at +2. Oh yeah, that could be devastating for sure. And if you're able to hit something that has the spread move and knock it out before it gets it off, yeah, that'd do it. Alright. I can't believe I was having more success with my full baby team than this team. That's crazy. Oh. Yeah, spreads the same using protein. Crazy how you can just get spam plague with Wolfie and never stop. Yeah. Teagles, no, no. Uh, I don't have a whole lot against this. I mean, I've got 2 electrics, a water, and a digi. But apparently my Mulgu is very squishy and still dies to attacks, so I can't bring it and expect to do a whole lot. Question is, which is worse, Golzy or Munko? Also, I just want to point out that every single thing on this team hits Vental and Pocus for super effective. As I'm more confident I can take a hit from Munko than I can Golzy. You like the Vental cooking? Has it been any good? I I'm trying the Arcane Wrap set with Strangle and Time Split. It feels underwhelming because without the spiritual special attack boost, it really doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. And its weakness chart is still just a bit too much. Like, I can take a few hits, but then you're either sacrificing special attack, speed, or you just don't take enough hits. There's probably a more refined spread for it I could try. Also, 4 Ragnets in a row. But so far, it hasn't been performing well. I think it has to be on a spiritual team, and you have to play it like Venmet, where you just swap it around to get the spiritual boosts and to get the move off hold, and then hope that it can just pop off. Figured it'd be a sad version of Mix, but maybe Quetzal users synergy you considered it. Yeah, I mean, Mix just exerts so much pressure just because of its trait. Like, if you can't kill the thing, it's just gonna take the game and run with it. Vental is not that type. It's either you you have to play your entire game around winning with Vental, rather than Mix is your opponent has to play around your Mix the entire game. Plasma Beam on the size there. Waste Sweater on the Amphitheater. Hedgen probably lives now. Just a little unfortunate. Squishy's Albion. Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting that, so nothing crazy there. I'm expecting a Hellfire, so I'm bringing in Vental just to eat the move because it's got good special defense. Get holds off. Amph got outsped by a Zalbian. It's a 0 speed Amphitheater. The team is I've got a Guldur and a Zyzer on it, so having a fast Amphitheater felt weird. Yeah, Turbine was a good play. Let's try some different stuff. I could play the same, like, yeah, I could play the 100th Restless Zyzer everyone's seen. I could play a speedy, relaxed Amphitheater. I guess I'm playing standard Molgu, but you know, we'll try stuff out. It's a high special attack invested in Amph. Yes, it's a high special attack rested Amph. See, there's e-custodian value. I'm telling. Oh, come on, another burn. See, this is the taser. Nah. Oh, Cyberclaw though. It's okay. We live. We got Phantom. We got our Phantom move up, and I'm +2 speed, so we'll actually get to click it. Woo! I kind of hope I die here, but I don't think. Yeah, not quite enough. Stam regen actually working against me. Now the question is, does the Munko stay in or swap? Because I could Phantom Whiplash and probably kill the Munko. Emphasis on probably because the thing has way too much HP naturally. The other option is that I just Unseen Blow the Ragnit, because without Synergy Electro Punch, I should be able to outspeed and kill it. Actually, what am I talking about? I just leave Zyzer in to die, and I just swap in, like, Guldur. You wish Amph wasn't bad, loved using it. The only way you ever got any success with it by using legit 0 special attack, almost full speed, and just be annoying with intimidation, refreshing people. Yeah. That's one way to play it for sure. Phantom Animation 6, I have to click. Hi, hello, welcome. Toxic Ink the Ragnit. Punish him if he swaps that slot into Koish. Munko dies if he doesn't swap the other slot though. As soon as one of the two die, then I'll be in a position that I can finish off with Vental. Hypnosis, okay. I just noticed Infectious didn't work out. It didn't let me heal with Reactive Vial. Or actually, did it? Did I heal? I don't think so. Marbles. Confident, no Sentinel. Normally I would run Sentinel. It's my preferred trait. But I didn't have it on this one. Oh, I was like, how did I get burned? And I forgot that traits are stupid. I can't believe they fixed mucus finally, so you can't get frozen by blue screen with it. But they didn't fix splitter. The slow Molgu. Yeah, I just run like 155 on it normally, so Cyber Clock can outspeed 232 base. Bulky Amphitheater. I guess that was probably the strongest thing he could click against me anyways. I should have just clicked Plague, just to finish off the game. I was hoping Amphitheater died, then I could bring in Vental and get the Phantom Whiplash, but instead we just get a dead Quaish. And Vental didn't really do anything this game, besides sort of be threatening. GG, just played the outs. Glad the team still works though. Yeah, it was super scary, at least in pick band. Can definitely pull wins out with that team. Vental was picked in U1. You see a pattern here. A beginning of a new pattern. I sure hope so. And not a lose, 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 win. It's not like anyone's banning Vental. I've got to pick it all 4 games today. A bit more exhausted than I thought. My new job's finally picking up. They finally trained me on a lot of stuff. And so they're piling more work on me. So rather than wasting half my day away either like watching Microsoft Excel tutorials or something brainless, I'm actually just getting into the work, which is good. It keeps me busy and focused, and it feels more meaningful to actually have a job. Feels like I can actually work for the money I make. But I get home at the end of the day and my brain's just kind of like, ew. So. Tatter, even with trait being fixed, feels so cursed to fight. Double mental still feels like too little. I haven't faced any tatters since the bug got fixed. I still want to try Bun Bun a little bit more now that it's legal. Soon content creator bag, bro. Dragon Quest billions. They do. It's interesting. Like y'all, Temtem enjoyers love watching my live streams a lot more, but the Dragon Quest community almost exclusively watches YouTube. Because I'll average 2 to 4 viewers on a Dragon Quest stream, but I'll post the VOD on YouTube and it'll get like 400 to 500 views within a few days, which is over double most of my Temtem content. Like, I don't care too much. I'm just gonna keep the schedule going pretty much, where I just do Dragon Quest on Wednesdays and then play Temtem pretty much every other stream. It's just interesting. The only thing is, like, and not that I'm doing this to make money, but like y'all get ads, and I make a few cents every time you watch ads on Twitch here, but on YouTube I get nothing. I have heard that ad revenue on YouTube is kind of insane though, because I was talking to another smaller YouTuber, and he gets like, you know, maybe around like 3,000 videos on his YouTube content, so still way better than me, but nothing crazy. And he said he was making like $11 a video. Like, dang, if I could get $11 a video, I'd call that a win every day. Tatter doesn't give a crap about mentals anymore, just a tech check. Probably because the game's hard to understand, need to rewind. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I try and explain it as best I can, but it's so fast-paced. I forget what I'm saying half the time because I'm trying to say like 3 different points. Saw the VOD and still have no idea what's going on. Well, I appreciate the support regardless, and I hope it's good content. $11 a vid sounds crack. It does. I kind of am just like, there's no way. But I don't know. I don't know because you need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before you can actually get any sort of ads on your videos. And I think I'm at like 400 or something now. I've passed the amount of subscribers on YouTube than I've got followers on Twitch. And it's going up steadily, which is really great to see. But I'm still a ways away from 1,000. So still not getting my $11 per video, and even then I'm not sure how it works with like ad blockers or just if you skip the ads. And maybe it's because it was like a live stream video, so maybe he has a dedicated like viewer base that watches a full 3-4 hour stream and watches every single ad that happens up in it, rather than most people who watch my streams on YouTube watch like 20 to 30 minutes of it here and there. Which is, I'm glad to provide some content for you guys. And I know it's definitely not all exciting. Like, this ain't exciting, but it's far less, which it's just not surprising. I wouldn't have an attention span to watch this myself. Bumblegum, hello, welcome. Watch streak. I don't know if that shows up for you guys, but that's kind of cool. YouTube's confusing. Uploaded 2 vids so far, and it's an actual headache to try and understand the creator side of the site. All I know is the upload button, and that's about it. They have so many analytics and stuff. Like, I kind of can click on some stuff and find statistics I want to. Like, I can know that my Pal World video did not do well, and when I tried Moonstone Island, that was the worst video I've ever uploaded. Stuff like that. But I try and get more detailed information, and it's tough. I've seen Mag YouTube thumbnail, clickbait, red arrows, and shocked face. I just have goofy titles. I probably should have just like some Temtem stickers on whatever the theme of the day is on my thumbnails. It wouldn't be hard to just throw a Vental on there. But at some point I would have to start repeating stickers, and then people might get confused that it's an older video. So I don't know. I'll just leave it at my goofy titles. I'm trying to come up with something creative just about every time. Hate the YouTube editor so much, not worth. Yeah, I haven't bothered with the editor at all. Didn't know you uploaded the Power World vid, never showed you. Maybe that's why. If it just doesn't show up on people's For You channels or whatever. I mean, I did a 5.5 hour long Power World stream, and I think the average watch time of it was like 7 minutes. Because the game just goes so slowly. I could not keep, like, there's just nothing happening fast enough in the game to keep somebody entertained. Like, I'm entertained because I know what I'm working towards in the game, but most people would much rather play it than watch it, and I completely agree. So it wasn't something I was uploading more than one on, but I know some people wanted to watch it. And also, like, seeing the like and dislike ratios of stuff is really funny too. Because on most videos I'll get, you know, like, y'all are pretty good about it. I get like 15 likes on a video, which is pretty cool. Power World, it got 6 likes, and then it got a dislike. So it got like half as many likes, and then even one of those with a dislike too is tough. But I knew it, maybe that was because somebody wanted more Power World content, and I said it just wasn't happening. You never know. I still wish people would actually tell me why they dislike my videos, because it's just like I'm still improving. I would definitely take some critique. You can be blunt with me. I don't sugarcoat things much. YouTube algorithm doesn't want to stray away from Temtem. Seems that way. Or Dragon Quest. I think it's pretty good with my Dragon Quest algorithm now. Just use YouTube for study playlists, lo-fi stuff. That's fair. I could definitely see doing that. More or less like a podcast. Most of my stuff is just like purely analytical, and I call out most things anyways, so I can see that. Tell YouTube just counts on real content creators having their own software. And Power World viral content is mostly like, look at this bug you can abuse. Yeah. Gotta add those Family Guy clips of GTA car falling from the sky. Same time like those TikToks. Okay, did anyone see the compilation video I did? It wasn't crazy. I didn't have any special effects. But I did like an Earthbreaker montage. And I was like, oh, maybe it'll be some like shorter style content, just see how it goes. Because I said I would do it. There were some really fun moments when I played Roller. And I'm like, well, maybe my videos are too long, and having like a 2-minute long little montage of just some fun moments might get more views. I couldn't make it a short because it was too long, as crazy as that is, but all 5 Ragnets in a row. But it hardly got any views. I thought it was just a fun little video, but you know. It was just like clips from my streams. It was nothing special. I'm sure if I had more editing skills, it would be a lot nicer. But it already took like 3-4 hours to put together. And if I did any more, it would have gone up exponentially just because I only did the basics. I am not skilled editing wise. That's why I just post raw streams. Disliking videos is kind of funny when it doesn't even show up for other people. Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of that. Sizer's pretty good here. At least he's got Soul Shot or Water Cannon on the spider. He's got no Toxic, so Water Cannon's less threatening. Dragon Quest works because the game is just fast compared to others, easy to consume. It helps that I am literally I believe I'm the only person posting PvP content for Dragon Quest. There's one other guy who sort of streams. I joined his Discord, talked to him, and he pretty much doesn't play anymore. He's a Monster Rancher streamer. I think he's more or less got a monopoly on that market. Which is another monster battler, but I asked him like, what's the difference between Monster Rancher and any other monster battler? And he basically said it's more like a Tamagotchi sort of thing, where you're like, it's more like a pet like simulator, but you can battle with it. He said having like 70% accuracy on an attack in the combat system is like as good as you can get. The combat system just looks awful. Like if 50% accuracy is the average, it's just like no way. I couldn't do it. But it was interesting to see this. I had never heard of Monster Rancher. It was just very interesting to talk to the guy and get his perspective. And he was the one who was saying he gets like $11 a stream on YouTube. His name's Moosebones, if anyone wants to check him out. Maybe somebody's got some nostalgia for Monster Rancher and wants to just check out the game. Momo's just kind of melts my slow team. We'll give him a chance for the awful song. For sure, we'll give him a chance. Editing's rough. Definitely feels like it's a lot of time investment when you're still learning. Yeah. I wish I had a friend that was like a media production or something, just some editing guru, and I could just be like, hey, buddy, I'll give you like half the cut for my stuff if you want to do the editing for me. And then all of a sudden, I get to just have the fun part, and he gets to work for hardly anything. So that would be an awful deal. Unfortunately, most of my friends are more on like the like tech knowledge side, if anything, rather than the creative mind side. So it kind of feels bad that way. All right, we're gonna Stoneball Strangle the Gosma slot. I can take a Tesla Prison just fine. Then we're gonna time split the move flank, and then either Stoneball or Rockfall. Oh, I forgot I had Electric Custodian. Gonna be honest, I'm like I can take this Tesla Prison just fine. Well, it looks like that makes two of us because I don't think he would have stayed in if he didn't think that would kill. That's huge now. Now I'll get the Phantom Whiplash up and I can really punish his Chromion. Just gonna Piercing Wheel. Because it should still kill and I want the Invigorize. But I probably should have put some amount of Stam. I thought that with the Stam bug plus the Invigorize on a 3-turn rotation would be enough, but it's looking like it's not going to be. Because I'll have 7, 7 plus 8, 15. That'll give me 30. Stoneball's 32, so I need 69 stamina. I need to change that like right after this. With any luck, a time split plus an unseen will kill the move flank. I don't want to spend too much time calcing for spreads with the Stam bug, just because it will go away. Why would you do that? Question mark. I don't think an unseen kills. I don't think it'll kill that either. I mean, we can Rockfall without OXing, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure we die here, though. I'll just swap an Amphitheater. I just want to get Vental off the board. Buy it a little bit of time. Workman and Senpai, hello to both of you. Glad you're here. How's it going? Hey, Workman, did you see my stream yesterday? I tried out a whole bunch of Little Cup stuff. Oh, well, Little and Middle Cup. Alright, it wasn't yesterday. It was Tuesdays. It was Tuesday's stream. It was a blast. Dropley put in some work. Aquastone was a great addition, or buff for it. I don't know about that one. Oh, he wiped my Invigorize, so I will OX here. But he still dies. And he didn't, like, the Gosma swap still doesn't make sense, but the Ragna play was alright. I think he should have just taken the kill on Zyzer. Need to watch the VOD. Glad you saw Dropley pop off. Yeah. Yeah. We actually got some wins. It was fun. Good to get that out of the way, honestly, too. Oh, maybe this is why. He wanted the fast charge. Not all of them were deserved wins, but... One shot of 900 bulk cover. That was probably the best. The best moment. Yeah, you see, like, Dropley's just a superior Earth type, you know. Kara, nah, get that out of here. This was a good swap by him. Because he'll get the adaptive boosts, and he'll turn into electric type. So he'll give himself synergy on microwaves. Because the Chromion has, I was thinking if I kill the Gazima there, he won't have synergy on Arachnite, and I can outspeed with Phantom Whiplash. But now since he's +1 and has synergy, he can outspeed me with the microwave still. Where Vine Boom channel point redeem. I have 0 attachment to the Vine Booms and personally no interest in adding them. Could I for more content or people would be interested in them? Probably, but it's just not really a me thing. In bed, enjoy the rest of the stream. Sounds good, Ivy. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's Vental cracked. I'm gonna have to like I haven't got to use Vental as much as I've wanted to this stream. Like honestly, everything Vental's been doing, somebody else has been able to fill. I'm doing the strangle into time split into Phantom Whiplash with the Arcane Wrap set. But the damage is very underwhelming. I feel like you almost have to go spiritual and just play it like it's a Ven Met. Billy, thank you for redeeming. What do you want me to draw? Because Kip once again hopped in the stream and left without giving me the Temtem because they redeemed one, and it's just like, gotta tell me what you want me to draw. Draw a Temtem from memory. Sounds like we get a very cursed image and you're here for it. Absolutely. I am not an artist. Just like I don't edit, I also do not art. So, but I wanted something for a higher channel point redeem that's interesting and can be some content for y'all. So, it was I think it was a good happy medium. GG. Vibing on Tortonite, so let's see that Tortonite. Alright. Now, I'm going to have to figure out how to set this up. Because I couldn't set up a scene for it. So I'm just going to have to... Because depending on what the size of your canvas determines the size of... Oh. And this is supposed to be it. Why is it completely black? Look, like, oh man, that's awesome quality. Yeah, maybe let's try it again. Maybe it's like a game capture. MS Paint can be a game. Oh, is that it? All right. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can make this bigger. It's gonna kind of cover up chat. Oh, the other one's still just like glitched out. Let me delete that. And then we'll just move chat up. All right, sorry about the scuff. There we go. Fortnite. Let's see if we can get like a good color for it first. That's honestly that's pretty good. It ain't perfect, but I don't want to spend the entire video just getting a color. So I mean, we got like a shell with some. Maybe we should start with like the head. I think he's got kind of like a head shape like this. Kind of like a darker eye sort of thing. I think he's got like a bigger eye. Doesn't he have like a jaw too that's almost like a dark green? Maybe we gotta get dark green in here. Something like that. I don't know. Sort of. Let's see, and then we'll get like the bottom of the shell first. It's like standing up on legs. Got some like big stumpy legs. I think those are like a little bit darker at the bottom too. I think they even got like some toxic spots, just kind of like because he's a toxic crystal type for some reason. No, one of those wasn't connected. All right. No, that one's not connected either. Ah. All right. We got its legs now. At least two of them. The ones its arms is just kind of like arm. No. It's just like he's got like stumpy arms. He's just and I don't know how to draw better. It's just like T-Rex like Oh, you can't see my webcam much either. Let me move that up too. There, that's better. All right, let's just get no, just fill. Fill those in too. All right, maybe we'll fill the head in. Okay, it's filling out a little bit. I mean, like the bottom of the shell is just kind of like the same thing. I think it might even. I know most turtles have like little lines, like an undershell sort of thing. I don't know if Tortonite does offhand. I think the under part of his shell is also kind of dark, like the bottom of his legs. Maybe with lighter turtle lines in there. Just like we'll just use the pretty much two colors in the palette. Yeah. Now we'll try and actually make like some crystals on the. Well, we'll do like the round shell first, and then we'll add like crystal, bigger crystal, another one. We'll have this one like cross over a little bit. Maybe this one's hiding behind another one. That's too many. Tornite's actually only got a couple of them sticking out of his shell, I believe, now that I think about it. Now, where those are, I couldn't tell you. I think they're about like that. Maybe we'll add some more. I think. Well, at least have this line here to like show that the crystals are like a different part of his body. But I thought he had maybe some of those toxic lines that are kind of like on his feet, like on the crystals as well. Like the crystals are welling up with toxins or something. But I don't know offhand. We'll put them there because I think it does. And if I'm wrong, then oh well. Like I said, I'm not using any reference. This is completely blind, so. But it looks like y'all are enjoying it. um, and then I think we've got just like a little goofy. Oh, wrong color. A little tail. I think it's actually like really rigid, like crystals, like like it's just like a well-rounded quartz, you know. And I think it's also got some like darker effects to it. I think it's just kind of like got a darker line. It's also just kind of like the same thing. Maybe it's just kind of like an under part of his belly that comes out as like a toxic crystal as well. I think it's something like that. Maybe we'll add a little bit of white to the eyes, just kind of to liven them up a bit. And then for fun, we'll have him using a crystal spikes. I didn't mean to get rid of all that. Oh no, not the no, not that. And then it's just like some like crystal spikes because it's breaking. Ta-da! And we're done. uh, all right. Well, that's that. I I'll leave it. I won't like completely delete it right now. I'll save it and maybe I'll have like a compilation of I'll put up somewhere. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can just make it like really small and put it in the corner. Actually, no, it's just not showing up again on stream. So rip. Oh, the actual design. Oh shoot, you're right. You're right. That would be the perfect way to top it off. Thank you. Let me see if I can pull it back up. It did not like me. It did not like me getting off the window. So I'll just open it as an image, and then we'll show that image on stream. And now I can like shrink it down to size a little bit. Okay. Now we got to go grab like the wiki page. Actually, let's go over here and then we'll paste it in. See, can we get like the full body render? Ah, darn, his shell was dark colored. Can I move the picture over a bit? Not easily. I just gotta make this smaller. All right, I'm still in queue. Well, thanks for reminding me, but that that's fine because we're not finding a match. So he didn't. So I was definitely off in quite a few places. I sort of you can see where I had the right idea and times when I didn't. Looks like the middle stage more. Cheryl. Like, I think that's just because I used too much of the lighter color. I didn't realize how much of Tortonite shell was the darker green. Come on, really? Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It did end up looking like Cheryl quite a bit. uh, and the eye was orange. Okay. Yeah, not bad for a first one. And for my lack of art skills, I'm just glad you guys enjoyed. For anyone who doesn't know what that was a channel point redeem. I don't remember what I have it set at. It's also limited to once per stream, so that we don't get spammed with them, and it doesn't take up an entire stream day. But I can add a little bit of something fun to break up the stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Need to do another Temtem Pictionary. It's just absolute gold. That could be fun. That could be fun for sure. You know the funnier thing is that I just spent more time on that Tortonite picture than I spent on the scuffed Pookie picture, like the emote. The scuffed Pookie I literally spent 2 minutes on. It's a very simple design. Tortonite was a bit more complicated, but it's still funny. When review replay redeem, that could be a good one. I should add that. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. It wouldn't be a bad one. As I grab my notepad and also remember I gotta update the speed video, or at least put a disclaimer comment on there. I keep forgetting. Now I got new emotes. The problem is I'm actually getting real close to maxed out on my emote slots. I have 2 more static emotes, and I guess I have quite a few more for animated emotes, but commissioning good animated emotes is tough. It's quite a lot of moolah, and so I don't end up doing it very often. I've only got the batch of 3 so far, and then the 3 that Kip clipped for me just from the game itself. I guess I've only got like four animated slots even, but yeah, I mean they would make really goofy emotes. It would be fun if I like had it for the next stream. Just had that emote available. Get some downtime or burn from PvP. You can just review replays since they're public anyways. I don't get too burned on PvP. I guess maybe like towards the end of the season I could. Oh, you really did queue up into me. Oh man, I'm really sad the queue's dead, but it should be a fun match. So good luck, have fun. I love Lowali's Umbra. Just those big eyes, like. All right, let's see. I still got that glaring crystal weakness, so Gialis is not looking good. Reviews are funny. Randomly seeing games you played uploaded to YouTube because people just watch back your games is so weird still. Oh, you're talking about like freeze it? I saw that he was doing like a top 3. Replays of the top 3. Like I'm not high enough ranked for that. I do too many memes, but double wind and a toxic. Guldur and Calavis aren't all that great, but I think I'll go Guldur anyways. Maybe a Gould or Mulgoose to play. If he picks Volorend, I can... That's not too bad either. I can take a Faraday Cage. I could even just swap out the Mulgoo. He's a Meteors, but it's still funny that people can just record your games after you play them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining about there being more content out there, but it... and I basically record all of my games anyway, so it'd be kind of pointless to repost mine, but... yeah, I could definitely see that would be weird if I just hopped on YouTube and be like, oh, yeah, that's me. We'll ban the Volorend. Because it beats Goulder, Calibus, and Zyzer. Not surprised that Grumper gets banned there. It's not great for me, but I'm not surprised either. Goulder Gaming. That's yeah, we gotta have both of them on the same team. It fits. Zyzer just lost a lot of value with Lawali, Ukama, and even Mastion. I'm gonna have to hit a lot of things neutrally and just go with Mulgoo here. Or Pocus. Didn't realize people do that. I think it's just Freeze It so far. I don't think anyone else has taken the time to go and record other videos. I haven't even touched the record feature yet. So I hardly know how it works. I heard there was some things with like speed. Like you can't change the speed of the matches, which kind of sucks. I don't get poisoned here, which is nice. But I also don't get the heal from Reactive Vial, which is not nice. Mulgoo, stamina, hello? Did Infectious just turn the HP gain I gained from Reactive Vial into stamina, or is that a visual bug? That's a new one. Oh, and there's the camera glitch. Haven't had that one yet. That was a good swap. Definitely worked out. Probably should have attacked the rat. It's a bigger threat to me than anything else right now. Camera glitch or close-up jump scare feature. I mean, Mastion does have horror. It's well known to be scary. Especially against me at this moment. I thought Mulgoo lived the Saipat before, so I don't live that. Meteor Swarm, just to confirm a kill, I suppose. You think I did get the stamp from heal? Yeah, so that's... Honestly, like, if that's how the trait works, it ain't too bad. It shouldn't, and it will get patched, but that was interesting. Yeah, see, I wasn't even afraid of I wanted to get rid of the Koish because my mentals are good against it, but now I basically have no way of taking out the Hazrat because I don't have harmful lick on Goulder. I'm not clicking beef up ever. I should just put lick on it. So I was wrong. You got the clip? Awesome. Are you going to post the bug or... I mean, I suppose somebody's got to test it before it gets posted, but I'll copy that clip just in case nobody does, and then I'll look into it at some point. Alright. See, like, Aquastone does more than laundry now. Like, that's so good. He doesn't know I'm an offensively invested Calibus. That did alright damage. Not great, but it should be enough. Curious to see what he brings in now. Maybe the Lawali? Oh, you see the Koish. Interesting. I'm gonna go for Toxic Ink and then Boozle. Ah, I should have used it on the... Oh, Hypno, so I didn't get to do anything anyways. Maybe a status move, maybe like a Zen Med on the Koish. Yeah. That hurts. I needed the Toxic Ink on the Lawali. Even then, though, I guess I don't know if I'm faster than the Koish here. I want to say I am. I think it would be a bit strange to invest a lot of speed on an Eerie Koish, but oh, Cyberclock, duh. Vental hanging in there. Allergic spread. Oh, I needed to live that. I didn't have a whole lot of plays there anyways. I needed to live. See, there, the speed didn't matter because I got outsped, and had I had the extra defense that I took out, I probably would have lived because I would have taken less from Cyberclaw. He just doubles into the Calibus slot, and the game's over. Where's my coat? I take out the rat here at least. Rejuvenate, but Toxic Farewell. He's +2. Like, I have Sustain, but he's running out of stem, and he's got a whole nother Ukama I forgot about. GG. Yeah, I definitely made some mistakes that game. It was winnable, but I did not play well. The Bastion was not a threat. I shouldn't have done the turbo attack on it turn 2. Oh, I need to go back and fix stuff. I forgot to fix Zizer's stamina, and I also forgot I need to give Gulder Harmful Lick. GGX. I don't think... I just messed up there. Letting your Hazrat get a heat up off without punishing it, and then also... I needed to attack the low alley on the turn it swapped in. With Toxic Ink, I debated on it. I didn't think you'd actually swap, though. Yeah, what was the other thing? Harmful Lick. There we go. I think Bamboozle's good on Guldur again now. Don't forget the Lumicala, that's right. Okay, so I guess I don't have the... What egg moves don't I have? We'll queue up anyways, because I'm not going to be able to buy them. There it is. I think that's Ice Stalactite and Toxic... No, I got rid of Toxic Slime. Or they did. H-Slap. I should try H-Slap some more. I think it's still a cool move. Don't know how Quish kept Zenmed this patch. I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, you did take 50% from one attack. Like, it pretty much dies to a good double in. So trying to get Zenmed off is... I guess, if anything, it's surprising it kept Hypno. Oh, we found a match. Not a fan of Hypno users having Zenmed. Specifically ones that don't have a weakness. I don't know if you're still here, Kai, but good luck, have fun. Ban the Golzy, because I can deal with Inky with either Grumper or Zyzer. And then Vental pops up if I get the chance. Max bulk mental core spamming Techo and Zenmed incoming. People have tried it. It never seems to perform as well as they'd hoped, though. Focus ban. I think I ban the Barn Sheet and then just don't pick Amphitheater this game. Because it's fighting neutrals with toxic spam should be just fine. I think with Naga Prio swapping it could work, but Koish actually dies to doubles now. I think I read that sentence in the wrong emphasis. Oh, just with the Seedora that technically Zen, you could get an on-tempo Zen mid. That's all you're saying. Yeah, I mean, that combo only works with Naga. So it's cool, but I don't think it would be super viable. Is this gonna... I don't think it's a bulky... I don't think it's a bulky Inky at all. I don't have max special attack invest on the Grumper. I've got actually relatively low. So I guess I'm still kind of just hoping this kills. Otherwise, Vental's probably dead. That works too. That definitely works too. Doesn't have to be bulky at all, by the way. To live a Grumper Sludge Gift? It must just be because I don't have enough special attack. Oh yeah, I thought I had more than that. That's nothing. At least now my dust vortex will be faster. I mean, Sludge Gift should probably kill at that health. I just gotta sack something. Honestly, Molgu's not doing me any good here. What happened turn 1? He double swapped. Maybe it's 100 TVs and a double screen. That sounds about right. Rampage, love to see it. I should have bamboozled then. I was sort of just expecting to take the... hit and just kind of go out. Alright, we're gonna go for the cage, and I'm actually gonna hope that Mulgu dies here. Because if it doesn't, then I will wish I didn't click cage and just killed the size munch instead. But Rampage is relatively weak. If he cooks a stronger move, I could very easily die, which is kind of my thought. Like that. I have ult ETCs for Kala if you want them. I should probably check if I have either of them too. I have done like some Dojo Wars here and there, but usually I check the auction house, see if they're low enough price, and then pick up an. I pick them up from the club vaults because they're really cheap. Get a club discount. Thing's dead. Beta burst would have done the job just as well, but you know. Because I'm +2 from the time split already. He used Goring, which should be the only move he's got that can outspeed his Inky. Oh, I guess it's a -2 Inky. I didn't think I'd be trolling by getting time split, lowering the speed of the Inky. But I have good news. I'm also time splitting the Mooflink. I was thinking making crystal, a crap glass blade, crystal tail, slingshot. Sea tail's not a worse glass blade. Sea tail has turned out to be a decent option. Just because it's so cheap, and it's basically like your trade-off. Do you run a stamina item on your Zenith, or do you run slingshot? I still think losing the utility that special Zenith has in like Crystal Deluge and priority with Crystal Spikes definitely hurts it a lot. But for games where you want to play slower and just spam... spam crystal whatever, then it's good. Or quartz shield. For games you want to spam quartz shield, I think it's good. It's considerably more damage and works with slingshot. You just run it with bulk. Oh yeah, I'm not taking a. I forgot it was a fizz inky. Did a good job with it because the C-Tail had more base powers. Then it could have become very, very strong, but now it's balanced. Well, first of all, to give it more base power with Slingshot, you would have to be at over 90 BP, which would basically just be Crystal Plume. So you might, at that point, you just rename Crystal Plume to Crystal Tail and then give it to Zenith and keep everything the same. And the only reason Zenith is remotely strong is simply because they gave it so many stats. Interesting, he went for the kill and then sleep play. However, he doesn't have Jinx, or he doesn't have Adrenaline Shot. So he wouldn't have been able to threaten out my... I forgot the Tataru existed. I completely forgot the Tataru existed. I was like, oh, it's just inky. How am I missing these things today? I'm way off my game. Like, really, really bad. Slingshot only works for under BP. What do you mean? Yeah, I know it only works under 90 BP. So for it to effectively get more value... Oh, it just turboed. Severely underestimating the value it gets from another gear. Probably. I clicked Mineral Hail and got damage on my Grumper that I didn't want. And he even OX'd for it. At least that went onto the Calibus. Calibus' tank he can take. Yeah, that wasn't all that bad. That was probably the best play. Because I got to kill Inky that turn. Gonna use Thunderstrike just for the healing. Laundry for the clear. GG. Vental really did put in some work that match. Cannot discount that. What song is this? Sounds familiar. It's probably just you've heard it on another one of my streams. Because if it's from something, I have no idea what it is. It's literally just a sound file in the game, and its name's like Pokemon Whack versus Admin. So it could be from something. I don't got a clue. If you could tell me what it's from, that would be cool, because I could give it proper credit then. It's just from a random Pokemon mod that has really good music. Sounds like a creator you follow. I was curious who made it. There wasn't an artist with it, otherwise I'd give credit. I think it was a custom. Really, there's no H-slaps on the market at all. There's probably people just aren't bothering to sell ETCs. Argon, why are you using the fully evolved rabbit? He's trying out Vental too. That's cool. We'll let him play it. He's got triple mental. Relatively weak to Digi. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Mulgu ban immediately. Gonna ban the Gazuma. Full Evo Bun Bun and Dropley. Weird. I agree, it is weird. Just get hard countered by Digi aggro. I mean, that's definitely what the Gario and Gazuma are for. But you ban the Gario on Digi aggro, and then you basically just gotta hope that like Mudrid and Gazuma can break through. Which maybe, I'm not sure. Gazuma's got high special defense, can probably take 1 with it. Mudrid crazy work against Digi aggro. And it dies to like 2 microwaves and oh, interesting. Dies to like 2 microwaves and then also like fast charge Munkos, tough stuff like that. Confused about how I'm finding so little about the OST. Oh, for Pokemon Whack, the game is highly offensive, and every single sprite in the game is about as good as the Tortonite I drew earlier, except for the fan made ones that are actually like good, but they were all made in MS Paint, and I just find it highly enjoyable just because the game is a meme. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's hilarious. Happens to have a fantastic OST. Over 40 types. You complete like unique moves. And you can always find a team full of monsters you like because there's just so many options. Stuff like that. So there goes Amphitheater, which was my best counter to Gario. And Mudrid. So I'm going to take out the Mudrid. I want to get rid of both Mudrid and Grandpa, but Mudrid can also resist Toxic Ticks. And hit Vental super effective, so we're gonna go with it. SGG Kai for sure. I completely forgot your Tataru in the back. I thought you maybe had me for a second. But Toxics are just so bulky. I want Gulder. The crystals are gone, so I can definitely get some value out of Pocus. Kind of leaning towards that right now. Yeah. Should have saved Volphy. Maybe you'd have a chance at the end there. Running the single 2 bulkiest Toxics in the game. Yeah, that's fair. Physicky not really performing well, but really fun. Yeah, I kind of had the same experience. I thought Slingshot might just be like just a little bit of a boost that it needed, and it just doesn't seem to be enough. Swapping Grumper out, 100%. The Rage just doesn't have access to Prio and Evade, even if it has more damage overall. Yeah. That does seem to be the issue. I mean, you have sharp stabs. I think you actually have better prio. You have better prio. It's just not having evade is what really gets you. I feel like you can pick on more things for weak special defense than you can weak physical defense. Glass Blade is basically just DC Beam for Fizinki. Does about the same BP. I have little to no reason not to just double the Tatteru slot. Gulder can use Toxic Ticks, and then Calibus can use Aqua Stone. I mean, we're not really stealing any value at all out of Gulder's trait, but Gulder is still Gulder. Just tanky and click Toxic move. The Calibus with some attack offense investment feels good, but if I was getting hit by special moves, it would feel really bad. That's really good damage. I love that. The only time where you ever get more value. He's got speed invest on that Gario. Because base Gario is 124 speed, and my Gulder is 77, relaxes low prio. So that means he has over 150 speed on that Gario. I really wish I clicked Toxic Ink on the Grandpa now. I'm like, man, I'm maximizing my damage here. How much you swap out for Glass Blade, though? Sparkling Bullet, Mineral Hail, Sharp Stabs, Pies is your current moveset. Maybe remove Pies, though. I think what most people do is you remove Sharp Stabs, because Sharp Stabs only does like 76 damage, or 76 BP, and then Glass Blade is 45, so it's very similar, honestly. Ah, he was fat. See, this should not be an interaction. Please. I mean, I suppose I deserve to get punished for running a slow tem, but it still feels so bad. Rob boosting whip, so no kaleidoscope. I don't know if it's a physical or special out here yet. I want to say it's. I want to say it's special, just because everyone's trying Phantom Whiplash and stuff. Yep, there's that. Rip my special defense. But that did like no damage. Is it like a bulky out here? Sparkling Bullet does proc Slingshot if it gets synergy. No way. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. If it does, that's just gotta be like a bug. It doesn't? Okay. Good, good, good. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was a bug, but... Psywave into Phantom Whiplash. I like it. So it's definitely a bulkier Aohi. He knows the speed tiering and stuff. I could actually swap out my Grumper to get rid of that Spadef drop with camo. Doesn't you put it in Temtem? Pretty sure it's just a Temtem thing. I almost hypnoed that slot. It's very close. It's very close to hypnoing it. Beta burst into the Pocus. Very interesting. Don't take very much damage from it. It's alright damage on the Gario. Oh, wait. Infectious value. I'm giving the Gario stamina, guys. I'm curious to see if it works on opponents. Gonna guess it doesn't, but you know. Just lowering the special defense left and right. I guess Soil Steam? No, it's another Relax. Okay. That's a fair play. Is he gonna do Turbo? Is it just me, or is Argon's name like popping out of the screen over here? Because it's not like the border or anything. It must just be a visual glitch. E-Drink Gary. It's specifically for the relax play. It's the world champ effect. That's what I was thinking. All right, he's making me even slower. I got a heavy armor Calibus and a Goulder. Do your worst, Grandpa. I mean, my toxics are really valuable in this matchup, so it's not like I want to give them up, but I think this is still just a good play. My Vental's in a good position. It's got Phantom Whiplash up. It can finish off Aohi or a Tataru. Well, it can't finish off Tataru, but it can definitely be threatening to it. Am I Callus slower than his Relax? That's true, but I think I can still manage. Oh man, that was a bulky Grandpa. Two Toxic Ticks will not take it down. Alright, we predict a Relax and we double swap Mentals in. Probably should have swapped the opposite positions so that Vental wouldn't take damage. Because I'm assuming that he's going to swap. Or that he's going to use an attack on the Goulder slot. I was wrong. Maybe he predicted that. Maybe he predicted me to predict him. And then that. That was a really good turn for me, though. Like, about as good as I could ask for. I can time split the Grandpa so that anything that comes in just takes damage and gets slowed. Morale boosting whip onto the Gario. Give it a bit more stam sustain. But I do get rid of that with Gamma Burst, which just takes it out anyways. Vental can take out anything he's got in the left slot and then won't die to Kinu in one hit. Because I'm pretty sure it's like a support Kinu. I don't think it has any special attack investment. It's not a Power World Kinu, if you know what I mean. Alright, so I guess I forgot, you know, like, Tatter is the thing. Probably should have saved that move, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so Vental will go down before it gets to do anything else because of that. So he's got Psywave, Turbo, and Beta Burst on the Kinu. He's probably got Resin Trap. I'd be surprised if he didn't. But that would mean he doesn't have Hypno. And it seems kind of weird because he's got like some other Hypno users. Maybe he felt like he had enough covered elsewhere. Pocus is really just kind of in the best position to clean up the game, though. I just bring in Guldur because if he brings in Grandpa, then it's just a trade of Guldur for Grandpa, and then Calibus cleans up. And if anything other than Guldur comes in, or anything other than Grandpa comes in, then just like it happened, it should be fine. Gotta have Hypno, surely. That's what I'd think. That means no Resin Trap, though, and then Grumper just is threatening as well. Because I got the time split on the Kinu earlier, it does not have the turbo speed boost. So let's say Kinu does kill Guldur here, and then we see Grandpa come in. My Grumper can outspeed, not that it really matters, but my Grumper can outspeed with Sludge Gift. I guess it would matter, because if Grumper died to the Beta Burst, then I wouldn't be able to kill, but Pocus is just sitting there still. Ignis? Oh, I forgot about that. That was oversight. Having a lot of those tonight. Big fan of Relax Plays. Did it with Saku for a bit. He predicted me. He didn't expect me to make the stupid play. Excuse me? Oh no, that was just the Psywave going ahead of time. I was like, what did I even heal from that it's... So that was just a really weird turn order thing. It's kind of like the inductor problem. Focus goes down. You don't miss when Focus time split. It did have Hypno, so it doesn't have Resin Trap. There goes my special defense. I forgot about that too. Getting that wiped means I wouldn't have died. Anyways. Just realized I missed the follow. Julian, thank you. I appreciate it. GG. Honestly, if he would have gone for the kill on my Guldur, I think he could have come back and won that. If it wasn't just for me completely forgetting that Ignis exists. Yeah, no, I for some reason completely forgot it existed. So you made the right play and I made the stupid play. It just happened that was also the correct play. Good game. Had I thought about it though, I would have brought in Calibus, and I don't think it would have mattered much anyways. Because you had no kill potential on either Pocus or Calibus, and I just take the left slot with me no matter what. GG's regardless. Just yeah. I am rusty. I played too much Pal World and Dragon Quest for that matter. How much you want for the ETCs? Someone, if you're still around, I see you're on the bench there. Free of charge? You sure? I could give you some. I guess Pansons aren't super important to most players nowadays. Collector, hello, welcome. Glad you're here. Just playing some games, giving Vental a try. Saw you were streaming some more Gwent. How did that go? Thank you. I really appreciate it. Emotes? Yep. I got some goofy ones. Gotta get the Cal in the party. Now let's hope he's max TVs. Looks like it. Beautiful. Back to Side Park. I mean, Vental's kind of giving mixed results. Like, it really did do good that game. I don't think I gave it enough credit. Time split's really strong. You gotta play for the 3-hit KOs, which kind of feels bad. And yet, it's what most Tems calc for anyways. I think the problem is the time split doesn't do enough damage to be one of those 3, and so you have to play for like 4-hit KOs sometimes. Like, optimally, you bring in Vental and you get like... You either get a time split on a swap, so you just get the speed boost, and that's kind of the main reason you use it. Or you bring it into cleanup, and then you just finish off something low, and then get the speed boost in the meantime. Why would you ever switch them moldy strawberry? Perfectly McCalvis, still use the normal version. Yeah, I mean, the color palette is probably not the best. It would be cool to get an Umber Calibus, and it does have a higher Umber chance, or like a high spawn rate. I think, does it have 100 somewhere? I think it does. So I probably could go for an Umbra, and I know the Umbra looks sick, but I still just like having Lumas. I get made fun of in Vanity for not using full Luma teams. It's only half a joke. But I just like showing off Lumas, honestly. I don't care too much about the color palettes. There's no color palette for Lumas that really just like, ew, why would I ever want to use that? I can't think of one Luma offhand that I just don't like. I think if I just try and scroll through here. I mean, I guess it's funny. The Lumas I like the least are the ones that hardly change anything. So something like Barnshee and Valiar. Valiar might be my least favorite Luma. I don't have a Luma on hand of it, so I can't show it. But it's just like a slightly paler pink. So it's like I love Valiar, and I kind of want a Luma one, but at the same time it would be a good Umbra, just because I think its Umbra's a lot cooler looking. But it's a 35% spawn rate. That would be tough. And I don't have as many Pansons as I'd like. I keep spending on to get Lumas for like high percents. I've got darn near most like 80+% Lumas perfect. I'm missing Ukama and Zephy, I know offhand. Anything other than that, I don't know what I'm missing. I'd have to look at like a list of the Tems in order of spawn rate to get an idea. Valiar isn't anything crazy, but there are way worse ones. Come on. I mean, I don't mind the green Orphyl, Nidrasil. I don't. It's like, I actually like Grumper's Luma. Like, let me just look at my box. That'll give me an idea of some Lumas. Yeah, I mean, like, all of these are either kind of like meh or cool. I mean, like, you look at the Volvier line. I think the problem isn't so much the Luma as it is just the sprite could really use a revamp. I think most people agree with that. Yeah, because I picked up Shellant and Toxolotl in recent parks, so I got those to use whenever as well. I don't have TVs in it yet. I gotta get that at some point. So whenever I use Saipat next, I can accidentally turn it Luma or Umbra. Xiao has to be the worst Luma in the game. I'm trying to dispute that. I think if I had to pick a worst Luma in the game, I it does actively look bad. Maybe it's worse than Valiar. Not everyone wants to use a pepperoni pizza in battle. But once again, I almost think that's more like a design thing. And it's not that like Shawland needs a revamp. It's just it looks very weird. Like a humanoid ant kind of reminds me of stuff like Hunter x Hunter. Or it's not bad. It's just a very unique design choice, and it's not one I am particularly fond of. And people would be like, "It's not that humanoid." It's like you're right, but it kind of is. Anyways, we got a match. So crystals are still really bad. Probably got to ban the mix, but there are three toxics there as well, so it's tough. Valash is pretty crap too. Orange is my favorite color. I like Valash for that reason. I'd be a little surprised to see one of my toxics banned when he's got 3 wins. Yeah, that makes more sense. Definitely got to ban the mix. I don't have my electric anymore. Or I got Amphitheater, but Amphitheater kind of goes even with Volarend, so it's not super great if I get forced into that. I also don't have a wind, or a fire, so I can't punish Nidrasil or Acronox. So that's really lame. I think I'm gonna go Calibus for sure. Probably gonna be Calibus Molgu. I'm just considering other options. Because he'll probably pick Volarend then, just because I can't get the poison ticks for punishing. And that's okay. It's not great, but it's... Oh, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. It must be a bait receptive Gazuma. There's no Digis on the team, so he'll just have 3 turns where I can't hit him with poison ticks. That would make sense. But he's giving me the ban on the Volarend now, and that's what I find very interesting. Because now all of a sudden his counters to my team get now he bans the Ghouler. He used to have a really good matchup into my Toxics. I guess he still kind of does because he's got Acronox, which completely walls Ghouler. I can't poison Nidrasil. Gazuma, he's already picked, and Tolkien's available. So that was a bit strange. I don't know if that's going to be a good play for him, but we'll find out. We'll force the Vental just because. His crystal's gone. He's only got 1 electric, no digis. So I think Pocus will still be all right. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to pick Zyzare or Amphitheater until I see what he picks in his last two slots. Because Amphitheater has, if he doesn't pick Ukama and he picks the other two, Amphitheater would be darn near useless. It would only be good as a swap in turn one to eat a Gazuma hit, but then an Idrisil double in would just make it feel awful and, as well. So, but Zyzare against Ukama feels terrible, but it's solid against these, so it's kind of tough. I think we're gonna go with the Amphitheater because the Ukama was picked, and then we'll have to. Well, what the goal is going to be is to trade Amphitheater for Tolkien. Just because I don't like Tolkien and it's just generally strong, I think he would accept a trade between them. So that's just kind of my hope. He's getting a lot, so it's actually not a bait Gazuma. Very surprised. But Marbles plus Mom's Lunch really takes... it makes my stamina take a hit. I might be able to Faraday Cage into Cyber Claw, but I definitely can't click two moves on Molgu, and then Calibus also just... ouch. I can't viably swap either. I gotta keep both in if I want synergy. I don't mind taking this Tesla prison. I get reactive vial now, and it's just kind of whatever. If he toxic inks me, that'd be kind of cool. But no, he spores. That actually pushes off my exhaust, which is alright, but because the stupid interaction with Splitter, I'm getting poison ticked for zero reason. Since Gazum is the best thing against my mentals and in the back, this is just fine. Like I said, the Amphitheater trade sort of thing, so I'm just gonna... do this. There's a chance he would actually Tornado and Toxic Ink to kill off the Molgu, predicting me to swap. So that's why I'm going for Cyberclaw here. His other option is to Tornado plus Toxic Ink the Calibus, which is also a completely valid play. Because that does solid damage to Calibus and also covers my swap into Amphitheater, which I'm just the choice I made. And he gets Marble's value. I eat the Tornado, but does he go for the Toxic Ink? I'll live the Toxic Ink, it just won't feel good. Gazuma goes down. Side Spores. Okay, that was not the right play. He had a couple ones, and that was not one of them. Amphitheater doesn't do anything here, so... we swap back into Calibus. Let me get a turbo attack on the Nidrisil. Just to start chipping it down because it's going to be a big problem. Calibus we can throw some Toxic Ticks on later with the Toxic Ink. He doesn't have anything in the back to resist Toxic anymore. And he can't threaten out Calibus with anything here. Best thing he can do is do a Slingshot Sharp Leaf. I don't have Mucus, so that's damage without Mucus, by the way. If I had Mucus, that would do even less. I wouldn't have taken any damage if I had Mucus. I would have taken like 15%. That's crazy. But see, like, his Nidrisil is also just as insane with his spreads. We'll throw a Toxic Ink, like I said, doesn't really have any swaps. We're actually going to keep Mogu in here, because after a rest, I'll be able to get a Cyber Claw off. And if he kills me, that's fine. I just didn't want anything in the back to take hits on a swap. Calibus isn't in any danger from the Nidrasil. We already saw how much damage it really didn't take. And if he swaps out Tyrannak, like it takes even less. And getting a Toxic... He might swap in Ukama if it's camo. Swaps in Tolkien. Eater, but I get Mucus. Spores onto the Molgu. With the Toxic and the Burn, it'll take it down. I might have lived just the Toxic, but not both for sure. All right, so this is the moment we bring in Amphitheater, and we do the trade. Now, if he burns me with Fiery Soul, which is like most likely what he's gonna click. Yeah, he might just Tornado to kill the Calibus because it's such a huge problem. I'm going to save the Calibus. I just don't know what I want to swap into. Like, Vental gets a lot of value from being swapped in, but doesn't like taking hits. Pocus can heal. We're going to swap in Pocus. But Pocus can heal, but it doesn't get as much value from swapping. You get holds off. Jacob, hello, welcome. He actually swaps out the Tolkien here. Into the Tyrannak. So he did not want to trade, and I could have kept in the Calibus. So that's sad for me. On the bright side, this Tethered Prison isn't completely useless, because now my Calibus will outspeed his Tyrannak if it comes down to it. Well, I mean, maybe he didn't have any speed in his Tyrannak, but usually people have just a little bit, just a little bit. No, like, I can Hypno anything I want here. We're just going to Gamma Burst the Nidrasil because I want to start taking it down. And we're actually just going to Sparks the Pocus because Amphitheater is as good as dead. It got no more use for me. Because he didn't accept the trade, now I'm low enough health that I can't afford the trade. But if I can save some stam on Pocus and deal a little bit more damage with my attacks, it all of a sudden makes Pocus a threat. Like, this should do like 50%. Yeah. It's like 900 TVs in bulk, 500 HP, and a 400 special defense. He does have allergic spread. I was really hoping he wouldn't because that move is stupid and is a 75 damage spread. 75% damage in a single move by inflicting that many toxic ticks, but you know. It is what it is. Tyrannak's nature move is down now. It hasn't revealed, or it has revealed its item, so it is not Slingshot. I can beef up now. He's like, he doesn't mind just attacking Pocus this turn. He'll just use a Flaming Meteorite, and you didn't. He's still saving the Tyrannak. Very surprising. He must have the camo on the Ukama here. There it is. So he won't get poisoned by my toxic ticks. But what he doesn't know is I'm actually an attack-invested Calibus. Now this next turn is very crucial because he could very well just double into Pocus. Or he could use Tolkien and then Tornado Calibus. And depending on which one he chooses could determine the game. So it's just kind of like a 50-50 moment. Like I can Gamma Burst and kill the Tolkien. But then the Ukama lives and Calibus dies. Or I have to kill the Tolkien this turn. And I could leave both in and let him choose what he wants to deal with, but that's not real great either, because we're going to get to an endgame situation, potentially, Or if I don't have Calibus, but I have Vental, Vental just doesn't have enough damage to deal with Tyrannac. But Calibus can 1v1 Tyrannac. So it's literally, does he attack Calibus or Pocus here? I'm going to gamble. I'm going to say he's going to attack Calibus. What if they predict you to predict the Focus Cala? Yeah, I mean, like, it's just a 50-50 either way. Aquatic Pocus lives that. Barely lives that. Tornado predicted. If I died there, that also could have been game-changing. Yep, Tolkien never lives, and the game is over. They thought that would be enough to KO Pocus. That's kind of what I was gambling on. Pocus has respectable special defense after its bulk buffs it's gotten over time. Alright, Toxic Ink 100% kills Ukama. We're actually just going to strangle the Tyrannac and buy a little bit of time, because it doesn't really matter. I guess maybe I should have just chipped it down with Tyrannac. I thought it would be more fun. I wasn't expecting a Sharp Rain, to be honest. Kind of just expecting a water cannon. Oh, I lived anyways. See? Mental gaming. I think this guy skimped maybe a bit too much on his offensive stats. That or Vental's just a beast. Because, I mean, he had 0 offensive invest on his Yggdrasil. It looks like very low on his Tyrannac as well. I don't know what he had on his other Tems, but it sure wasn't a lot. We'll get to see the cool animation of Phantom Whiplash, because why not? How much defense is the Vental? I think it's like 100 or 150 invest. Vental living there didn't matter, though. Let's see. 150 invest. GG. Alright. It's been a longer stream, but I just wanted to play this game, and I wanted to play it longer today, so we're here. Somehow, we ended up being promoted. After going 0-4 to start, we've gone 5-0 now. It's actually kind of surprising to move up this early on in the patch. Like, okay, so I think Cooners is top 3, and he's in Diamonds, so I guess people really do be pushing. I will do one more match, insta-Q, which is cool. Oh, a rematch against Argon. It looks like he swapped around his team a bit. Just a little bit. So he got rid of the he got rid of the Vental already. He is not a Vental believer. That's funny. Like, it's not bad, but yeah, it really ain't doing a whole lot. It's a really nice special pivot. Arcane Wrap is not to be discounted, but because it has 4 weaknesses, that severely limits how much it can pivot into. And its defensive resists are almost non-existent. You have melee and neutral, which just aren't all that popular. Now, the only reason I beat him last time was because of a complete oversight on my part, and then he expected me to make the smart play, and I didn't. Gonna knock out the Mudrid once again because it has resistance. I guess I probably could have gone for the Gazuma, but I have Zyzare this time. He'd rather use Mudrid over Vental. I'd rather use Bun Bun than Mudrid. So, ha! Take that. Alright, we go double electric. Makes Gazuma completely useless. Worst thing he can do is pick like Gario, but Gario gets countered by the Amphitheater turn 2. He goes for the Tataru. banning the Gario now because it is kind of very bad for me to deal with. Not that I can deal real well with some of his other Tems, but I think it'll be better than his Gario, which can apparently outspeed my Goulder. See, he takes a Vental off his team and then bans my Vental. How dare you? Come on. No, that's fine. It's a bit sad to end off Vental Day without Vental, but we got enough Vental gameplay in the rest of our games. That's what its first ban against the world champion. Double win. So do I bring Goulder? Yes. To beat the world champion twice in one stream, does that mean you're the world champion too? I mean, no. No, obviously, he played... He's just played so consistently well in every single tournament. He deserves it more than anyone, in my opinion. And yet I still would have loved to face him on the main stage at some point. I think my matchup was okay into him back when I was running the meme pig. I'm hoping he swaps Gazuma, because Gazuma does nothing on this board. Wonder how Gorong does with speed boosts. It's an interesting thought. Don't speak too soon. It's a speed invested Tataru. That is a speed invested Tataru. Because my Grumper has 200 speed. Tataru has base 160 speed. So that's over 200 speed invest on the Tataru. Most people just hit 190. That thing's over 200. Now, from our prior match, I found out that this Kinu does not have Resin Trap, so I am perfectly fine just staying on this board. And he can't really side hit his Tataru either. Yeah, he just swapped it out. Glad I doubled. Swapped it into Gazuma. A little surprising. He can't Hypno my Grumper. Hits the Pocus so that he can slam it with a Tesla Prison. Imagine if I ran Denigrate. Yeah, I mean, Denigrate would be better over Beef Up. 100%. 100%. I just think it's such a degenerate move. I don't like the move. It's just so stupid strong. Wow, I do not have... I really wish I had some more special attack in this Grumper. It only takes like one, maybe two, one hit anyways, so. Question is, does Beta Burst kill the Kinu? And that's a question I don't have the answer to. Amphitheater likes this board. Amphitheater really likes this board. Ah, he can put me asleep. I forgot. I think he would live a beta on like 1 HP. Yeah. And I didn't want to face the -2 Tesla Prison anyways. I don't mind that speed drop because my Amphitheater's not designed for speed. Grumper still doesn't mind this board. I'm actually just going to keep it in and rest just in case he swaps to something like Tolkien. We'll throw a Tesla Prison the Kinu's way, just because I'm not afraid of Gazuma. Maybe I should have done it at the Gazuma because I was expecting something to come out of it. Looks a lot like your own Amphitheater. 31 down to 11. A Plague should kill. Plague should definitely kill. I just realized I have like a full special team. I can't even punish him for his rage. And he's got speed on it, so I think I just lose because of the Tataru. I didn't acknowledge that nearly fast enough. All he's been doing is playing around the Tataru all game. He saved the Gazuma full health. All he's lost is the Kinu. That doesn't really matter at all. So that turn I just lost. Toxicking technically. I know that's my best option, but I'm gonna take so much damage, and he's got 2 wins in the back. It's actually I want to kill the Kinu here because it can sleep my team, and it's an issue if I just leave it. Yeah. And my brain was like soft touch, and then it's like no. Yeah. I was hoping my Amphitheater would outspeed, but I'm actually getting punished for having 0 speed and then getting Tesla prisoned, because he's at +1 speed. I think that's game. I think he just doubles in Tataru Kinu onto the Calibus, and then Gulder just takes me down. Then he just takes Gulder down. The game's over. I was hoping for Tolkien there. That would have been funny. That would have been funny. Another turbo. Kinu's running out of steam. How much attack do I have in this thing? Like 350? I thought it was something. Yeah, it sucks that my best option is to leave the Kinu alive when it gets healing. Yeah, it just that Tataru just ruins me. It's interesting to see Tataru come back and be a top tier. Really wasn't expecting that. So I mean, it looks like Argon's already trying to find a another playstyle kind of to fit the new meta. That's just his comfort playstyle. He usually plays just sort of like a mid-range with turbo. And then multiple win con options, and that's exactly what this is. I just do no damage at all. Just realized Talisman Tether is obtainable on the first island. Yeah, I realized that pretty quick. It's literally the first gear that they give you. If I could take out Tolkien, I mean, Pocus wouldn't be bad. I see now why he banned Vental. It's just because having a mental is super strong. And the way I would have killed this Tataru is by outspeeding it, and Vental is the one that would have allowed that. He stayed in on the Gazuma this time. How different do I think the meta is? He knew I was gonna make that play, because that was like my only. He's got speed on the Gorong too. That's a speed invested Gorong. He's got at least 150 TVs in the thing. Xenia theme? Yeah, it's a good one, for sure. We'll play the game out just because it's the last one, but it's tough. He did not swap on Gazuma. I was expecting him to swap back in Tataru as I swap in Amphitheater, and then he just has a free major slash kill on something else again. Gorong has base 80 speed. No, it's got like base 80 or base 62. I'm pretty sure its base speed value is 166. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what it is. The end of Rage Tattoo, no shot survives 1.6. You're probably right. Maybe they'll look at reworking Resilience already. I'm surprised he's got so much speed invest on everything, though. I'd be curious to see if he has a lot of success with this team. It looks like he's still refining it, though, so I'm sure he's just trying stuff out like the rest of us. I'm not really, like, experimenting to find a good team yet. I'm just having fun with the meta. Trying out all the new stuff. But yeah, he definitely got me this time. It was not... You know, the crazy thing is, if they didn't have the Doom mechanic on the Resilient, you could just run a Vitamin Complex and then wipe your defense drop in this situation with a Tataru. Just because of how the trait works with Tataru, it's basically free attack, but you don't care as long as it doesn't die. Yeah, it's definitely more of a Tataru issue than anything else, or a Resilient issue. I'm glad we got to try out a whole bunch of stuff today, though. We even get to see Infectious Ghoulder do something. It's definitely going to be a really niche pick, though. Nothing you're going to see often. I'm not sure if Gorong is going to see a lot of play. I know the tireless changed. Some people are saying it's a buff. Didn't feel that great to me. Looks like it's, but maybe that's just because I had exhaust. Even half exhaust damage is still a lot. And then we'll let him just bestial charge and finish me off. Try and take down one more for fun. Onto the Calibus. And then bestial. Oof. I like Tatter, so I don't mind it being that strong. And it has like a defined counter in Mentals. That game right there, though, was pretty... Pocus was very important. And I did not play my Pocus well. So that's something to learn. Going even with this team, though, it wasn't so bad. Tatter's broken. Oh, 100%. 100%. I wasn't expecting you to have that much speed invest. And two, is just like, once it gets the rage off, you better darn hope you got a team full of physical attackers. Otherwise, you ain't taking it down. Yeah, it's tough. Good game, though. Good game. I didn't stand a chance there. You're joking. That was 500. You were -3 defense, and my Goulder didn't even do half after the toxic tick. Not that Goulder's like an attack like crazy, but you were -3 defense, base HP, base defense. Yikes. All right, well, I actually remembered about the code this time on stream, but I do post these in the descriptions of my YouTube videos if anyone wants them. Ever. Not that I'd recommend all of them. I even put the crazy one from last time, but that's up to you. Don't tell me one of those 500s in speed. It isn't it is 500 speed. Might be. I guess it might not be an attack because but I'd imagine it was. All right. Oh dang, my quality of the camera feels worse today. I don't know. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. As far as like Vental goes, I don't think it's my play style. Maybe somebody can have some success with Spiritual. I think if you swap it around, get some holds off, get some good defensive swaps, it might even be like really strong into the Tataru meta. Just swap it into a Tataru, eat a single hit, get a time split off, and then all of a sudden your Phantom Whiplash can just clean the thing, or at least be one of the two damage ticks that takes it out. Um, Lots of ums today. I'm just gotta think of so much. Other stuff I tried out, the Goulder Infectious, like I said, it's going to be super niche. Aquastone still feels really good. Probably just want to continue using it on the better users, though. Calibus probably isn't one of them. It could definitely be a slot on it, though. Calibus is one of the few Tims in the game that doesn't really have 4 defined move slots. Normally it runs Toxic Ink, Strangle, and then a water move. Previously it was like Water Blade, and then sometimes people choose Water Jet. And then maybe it runs like H-Slap and the Force Slap. But you could run both Water Blade for Prio and Aquastone for damage if you want. It's just stuff to play around with and like experiment with. Flood. True. Flood's another option. I don't think anything else I played with was really changed at all. Because Pocus wasn't anything special. Amphitheater. Tesla, I never ran into a problem with the Tesla Prison nerf. I mean, that's probably just because the Stam bug kind of balances it out almost perfectly. Mulgoo is just kind of whatever. I definitely like my Sentinel Adrenaline Shot with Rush set better. Kip. Kip, you still did. You missed me drawing my completely scuffed Tortonite, but you didn't tell me what you wanted me to draw. I'm just ending the stream, though, so you came back at the end. Sorry to say. I'm just kind of like doing a quick like overview of what I thought of the team. Zizar still is kind of just like a beast, but normally you probably want to run Rested. Electric Custodian did come in handy a couple times today, but I guess it just kind of depends on what you want. Kind of gaming we doing next? If I remember, I am hoping to do Magmut because I forgot about it entirely, and Magmut definitely deserves an entire team. So I'm gonna make a note about it. I wrote Mag and then continued writing Natonics because I'm just so used to that name now. But it's Magmut. Magmut Day tomorrow. Got something to play with some buddies. All good. Hope you had some fun. Yeah, so I'll probably I might even mix in like I said, the Taifu and the Wind Quaish, and then just kind of do like a stall team, kind of focusing on the stall changes this patch. I'll have to ban Tatters because I don't want to deal with Rage when I have like no counterplay to it. We'll just try some stuff out, you know? That's kind of all these streams are. Once I get a good feeling for everything in the patch, kind of have like oh, this is good, this is not good. This is really good, and this is never going to be played. So, Wind Quaish for freeze? No, Wind Quaish for Refreshing Breeze. To buff special defense. So, alright, I could continue talking for a while, but there's a new game show on called The Floor. I'm going to go spend some time with my family and watch that. Then I got work tomorrow, which I'm going to be staying up late, but I work from home, so I can sleep in just a little bit. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate you all. I really do. And I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.